Greetings, I am Andrés J, and welcome to my channel. In today's video, I will talk about how technology has changed our lives. So I will mention the most important changes in television and the reason for its importance. For this fictional journalist will join me in this video to help me with the context of the time while I will explain the repercussion of these changes in our days. So without further ado, let's start. Television. Television has been an invention that transformed communications in its predecessors in broadcasting information to the masses, such as the newspaper or radio. Television had the combination of the power visual appeal of newspaper with the compelling sound of radio. In this way, it became the main means of communication, and the information transmitted by television was considered reliable and unquestionable, because if TV tells so, it must be so. Am I correct, Andrew Álava? Of course, journalists from the future. In fact, television has changed too much, not only consisting in broadcast important events such as the arrival of man on the moon or important speeches such as those of President Kennedy or the famous speech of Martin Luther King, and the influence of all these historical events in the society's perception, but also the change in their technology that went from projecting their programs in black and white to full color, and is this way offering all the spectrum of colors and building the attachment of viewer to television with amazing effects. In shows like Flash Gordon, Star Trek, I Love Lucy, Bewitched, among others. Finally, the way television was consumed, since the viewers depend on the schedule established by the television networks to transmit the programs. It was common time slot for each member of the family, cartoons in the morning, novels or soap opera in the afternoon, the news in the evening, and the program with the greatest acceptance in the public broadcast in prime time. Television began to be integrated as one more, was more member of the family, which a place destined for the home, the common room or the living room, and its content were very morally strict with morals at the end of the show, with subtle contests for their consumption, avoiding the excess of violence, drug consumption, or ethical compromise. In this way, television, in addition to inform and transmit information, was made to entertain and educate. Go back to you, hippie. What do you mean? You are me and I you, whatever. Well, in contrast, television has now changed enormously. In technology, there was a revolution in its hardware, transforming from those large devices that seemed like one more pieces of furniture to the sophisticated electronic device with LED screen, which allows you to observe the audiovisual products with a higher resolution, with an internet connection turning into the television into almost a computer with internet access due to game center and the entire entertainment experience. Another change is the overthrow as the main source of communication to the masses. Television lost the first place of preference by viewers. Even the speed of internet, the impact of social networks, and the consumption of information. People no longer have to wait for the news to find out about the situation in Baghdad or exclusively read the New Yorker to consult the stock volume and the economic movement or the summary or the main sport events in your favorite TV channel. Right? All these events are transmitted and communicated in real time to people regardless of time zone, or other factor. In addition to this point, we can mention that all sources can be verified and the content that they are informing us. Therefore, it's no longer credible 100% to the broadcast on television, and the alternatives are expanded at the time of informatics. As the last point to highlight is the content of television itself. Currently, there are many programs full of violence with the excuse of the misnamed inclusion. There are a lot of sexual acts, drug use, the which are exposed in an exaggerate way, and consequently its consumption, since there are so many offers of programs with different genres. Each member of the family watches TV when they want and not at a fixed time or set time. Therefore, complete families are no longer observed enjoying television at the same time, unconsciously motivating isolation and family separation, converting ourselves into an increasingly selfish, indolent, unfair, and a violent society. And this can be reversed with the consolidation of moral foundation, so that the next viewer will be more demanding with what they consume in television and not what they want us to do. So this is my opinion on how television has changed our life in all this period of time. So thanks for watching, and we will see you soon.